Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3. So, last episode we managed to free a bunch of prisoners. Well, two actually. Volo and the mercenary guy, and I guess both of them made it out of here safely, at least I hope so. But we still haven't found the one prisoner we're looking for, which is Halsin. So I guess we will continue to look for him today. Let me have a look at this. It's just rotten fruit, of course it is. Yeah, the quest marker for rescue the druid Halsin is over here. So we're getting closer. But yeah, let's just move on. Oh, there's something I can read over here. Let's do that. Dearest Elminster. Dearest Elminster, I must be brief as I am under some duress, having become the esteemed guest of rambunctious host of goblins. Oh, Volo wrote this, right? I would of course rather be under duress than under a feathered duvet, for danger and adversity are the very ink in my well. So this is good news indeed. As you well know, there is no wit quicker and no tongue more silvered than that of your humble friend and scribe. It doesn't sound very humble to me. And by regaling my would-be foes with tales of goblin heroics, I have become an indispensable member of their tribe, namely their chronicler and bard. In this guise, I shall live among them a while so that I may observe their peculiar habits and rituals as closely as possible. All of this shall of course be documented in my next magnum opus, My Life Among the Conquering Host, to be available at all good booksellers forthwith. An enticing extract is enclosed with this missive. I implore you to spread the word so that adventurers and curiosity seekers across the Sword Coast and beyond will quiver with anticipation of this life-extending and soul-enriching guide. And with that, I must depart. I am summoned to sing a ballad of my own composition, and the lady, yes, I call her a lady, who delivered the summons is rather impatient, not to mention well armed. Truth be told, I believe she has some, dare I say, deep affection for me. I guess he's talking about the lady troll that kept him captive. She calls me her pigeon and rarely strays from my side. Perhaps there shall be a chapter in my book regarding goblin marriage rituals. I'm sure that's interesting. I balk at nothing in my quest for knowledge. Did she want to marry you? Interesting. Until we meet again, inform the world entire of the diligent research I am undertaking and ensure word of my upcoming masterwork is on the lips of every innkeep and sellsword from Waterdeep to Beluia, Volo. Yeah, a little bit exaggerated, or not really exaggerated, more like downplaying his stay here and the dangers he was in. But okay, let's keep looking. This is probably where I have to go for... Yeah, this looks like the place I have to go for finding Halsin. Let's check this out.
Again? Do you want to become spider food?
Something's on my mind.
Foul stench of slaughter turns suddenly sweet through the rat's nose. Blood smell, life smell. Not like the great hollow below, which smells only of death.
Interesting. I didn't really talk to a rat. I just
adventurers came from.
perceived the world through the rat's eyes.
We'll smoke 'em out, no problem.
Alright, what are you guys talking about?
Watch your step down by the pens. Wargie's been getting fat on your kind lately.
Right, I remember the pens I was supposed to look at for their war beasts. I guess I will check them out at some point.
Seen this mess? Flaming Fist Thuggo took a chunk out me arm last raid out.
Why show me? Go find a healer. You fought Flaming Fist. Baldurian, you're lucky to be alive. The Baldurian militia are fierce warriors. Okay, so apparently the Flaming Fist is some kind of militia or army. I understand. Again, I'm not really using a lot of these Baldurian options because I'm working under the assumption that a lot of this isn't well known to Artemis, but maybe she has heard about the Flaming Fist already.
Fiercest thing about 'em was the wailing, till we put an end to it. Ain't none can stand against us now. Not with the Absolute in our corner.
Okay.
I tell you, the scrying eye was looking at me all strange.
The scrying
Right.
eye.
What would some drow wizard in Moonrise want to look at you for?
Certainly
Good
won't
question.
be because of your beautiful eyes.
What do they need to be looking at any of us for, is what I'm saying? We're all on the same side. Not like we're gonna set the true soul on fire.
They're drow. They're stuck-ups. Ignore 'em and be happy they didn't throw you to the spiders yet.
Yes, we heard a lot about the Drow. At some point, hopefully, we will meet that mysterious person. Oh no, don't run away. I want to talk to you. Yes, I gotta climb up here to do that.
Heading to see our new pet. It didn't seem easy, I'll give it that.
Okay, so I guess we're talking about the druid here.
I start following you, eh? Honest. How'd you like that?
Oh, that's the scrying eye. Fascinating. Okay, so I'm guessing if I want to find Halsin, I have to go through here. Walk pen entrance. Okay, apparently he's in the pens. Yeah, that's apparently where I have to go. Now before I go there, I may want to make sure that I have checked out everything else in this place. You know, RPG logic. Do the most important quest last. So I will not go there just
Do you
yet.
think the dwarf is ready yet? I'm hungry.
Orders were to stand by
Instead,
here.
let's see what else we can find around here. I mean, there's like a whole dark, unexplored area over here that I would like to check out first. Oh well, actually something useful in one of these crates for a change. There's a bunch of crap in these boxes normally.
Leave me alone. I ain't got time for chatter.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, what's going on here? Iron gate. Okay, but I can't lockpick this without making people hostile from the looks of it, so I'm going to ignore it for the time being.
At least give me a sword. We want you
Holy,
dead.
what's going
You
on here?
dumb knuckle. Not dead and heroic. Get down there and stop complaining.
Oh, what the hell? Well, that guy is dead. maybe I should have talked to these guys before they did it. Oh well, look at that. Large giant spider. Can I try something? Spider is pretty close to the gate. Maybe I can talk to the spider without actually opening the gate. Yeah, I mean, some of the trolls did mention, like, spiders in one of these conversations just now, right? Let's see. Okay, I might be able to talk to one of them.
Yes,
There we
my
go.
desire. Closer, my sweet. I will wrap you and bind you and bite you and eat you.
You are kind of creepy. Also, the cutscene makes it look like I'm actually inside the pen, which I'm not. luckily. But, I mean, I still can talk to the spider. Deception, you'd get sick if you ate me. I carry a strange curse. Persuasion, you should eat a goblin instead. They're delicious. I mean, at the moment, I don't think the spider can eat anyone because they're locked up. But maybe at some point I will be able to free the spider, and then it would be nice to have the spider on my side and have the spider eat goblins and not me. So, sure, let's try to persuade. Alright, it's just standard difficulty. And this might even be worth an inspiration if it fails. Okay, there we go. That is a failure, but sure. I have maximum inspirations, and usually I will use an inspiration if I'm at 4. So let's do it again. Alright, that's much better. There we go.
Delicious, I do not know. But cruel and sharp, yes. Bindable and wrappable and biteable. Yes. You must open the door.
Right. Right. Oh, well, that was an inspiration for Astarion. Apparently he likes that I talk to spiders. I think it should have been an inspiration for Artemis as well, but okay. Yeah, I mean, at some point I will try to open this door, but maybe not now, because at the moment I still want to, you know, look around, talk to people, and we will have to fight the goblins at some point, I'm pretty sure, but for now let's just keep a low profile. I'm seeing a bunch of these war drums, and it might be a good idea to destroy them when I can, because they use these to call reinforcements,
Don't want
right?
to draw any attention.
So at the moment, no one is looking at me, so I might be able to just destroy this without getting any attention. There we go. So if I see more of these, I will try to disable them while I can. Okay,
I'll catch
we
a
have
break.
stuff going on here. Let's take a look at that. Oh, it's one of the leaders, Drow. Yes, we've heard about him. Yeah, we have a bunch of people here. Non-goblins. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh.
I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the absolute. By Balduran's bones. Nothing. Must be reading it wrong. Suga no Sukuk.
He's trying
This
to
is the
revive
big boss.
him.
Strike him down.
The hobgoblin turns to you, and the parasite squirms in your skull. You taste the ale on his tongue and the bile in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it. The hobgoblin's eyes gleam hungrily.
If it isn't another true soul.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
I mean, I can revive dead corpses as well and talk to them. Maybe the Mind Flayer isn't talking to you because you were the one that killed him. I don't know what happened to this guy. But yeah, apparently this Drow has also a tadpole. Also, what's a hobgoblin? Is this like a special kind of goblin? Anyway, I have a bunch of options here. Study the corpse. Was this the Mind Flayer that tortured you? I haven't made a habit of it. What kind of ceremony is this? Settle in to watch the proceedings. Move in for the kill. Turn away from the right. Yeah, maybe before I do anything, let's try to ask a few questions. What kind of ceremony is this?
Guess you're a thick one, so I'll tell it straight. We're gonna make the carcass talk.
Not having much luck with that, huh?
Absolute says the dead Squiddy had a weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
You suddenly feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid. The artifact does not want to part from you. It does not want to fall into the Absolute's clutches.
Okay. I'm guessing the voice is talking about that artifact that Shadowheart had, right? But I mean, I'm sure that Shadowheart still has it, or did she give it to me at some point? I don't remember. Anyway, what's kind of interesting is that apparently the Absolute is trying to find out more about the Mind Flayers and what they know about all of this stuff that's going on, which means that the Absolute might not be connected to the Mind Flayers. I thought maybe the Absolute is kind of like the overlord of the Mind Flayers, and this is all connected somehow, but apparently these are indeed different things, so that's interesting. Anyway, let's study the corpse.
This Mind Flayer's build is smaller, its garb plainer. A fearsome creature even in death, but not the one that tormented you.
Alright.
Yet it too roamed the Nautiloid. It would have seen you, known you.
Then let the ceremony proceed. Attack the hobgoblin. Leave before the Mind Flayer can identify you. Okay, I mean, that's concern, I presume. But I'm also kind of interested to see if they get any information from the Mind Flayer. And I mean, if something goes wrong, well, at some point we have to start fighting these guys anyway, so I guess whatever happens, happens. So let's just proceed with the ceremony.
You choke on black smoke as the hobgoblin bellows his incantation.
I command you, corpse, speak and say sooth. Lucan ok, al koldek, shulko kank.
Okay, well, it might actually be
The
working this
hideous
time.
corpse rises, tentacles writhing. Your heart seizes. Under questioning, the creature might recognize you as its killer.
So you think this is actually one that we killed? I mean, we did kill a few Mind Flayers on the Nautiloid. Not sure if it's this one in particular, but I guess it's possible.
Talk to me, you freak. Who killed
Oh, and
you?
that's of
The
course the
creature
first question he
responds,
asks.
not in words, but memories. You see a clawed hand open a holding pod, devoid of flesh, only darkness.
Damn it! That tells me nothing!
The memory fades, and the corpse awaits the next question.
Yeah, the dead can be pretty cryptic, and sometimes their answers are not very helpful. So I guess if we did indeed kill this Mind Flayer, he can't actually identify us, so it may not have been us, or maybe he doesn't know. Let the hobgoblin continue the questioning. Wisdom. Penetrate Rexlin's mind and take control. Would he actually notice that? I mean, it's an interesting option here, so sure, like I said, let's take some risks here. If things go wrong and we have to fight them, I mean, we will have to at some point anyway, so we may as well give this a chance. Okay, well, pretty standard difficulty, and I have some decent bonuses, so let's do it. That's enough.
Ragzlin's thoughts roil, then still. Your words will be his. You navigate carefully. With Ragzlin's voice, you ask,
Okay, so basically I can control what he's going to ask now. Who is the Absolute? Who killed you? What were you doing in Faerun? What did the killer want? So I guess I shouldn't keep asking about the killer, because maybe at some point the Mind Flayer will actually yield some information that can implicate us. So let's ask some questions that would interest me in particular, like who is the Absolute? Not sure if the Mind Flayer would know, but we can give this a try, right?
Who is the Absolute?
Ragzlin frowns in confusion at a question he would never have asked. You see an image. Curved drow blades, crude goblin torches, gnoll teeth dripping blood. You see other mind flayers arranged in a serene circle. Absolute unity. Absolute power.
You're kidding me. Very helpful, squid.
Suspicion floods Ragzlin's mind. Your brain howls as you force a final query into his throat.
Yeah, that wasn't very informative, like I said. Very often the answers these risen dead give aren't that helpful. I guess what were you doing in Faerun would be a very interesting question as well. Let's avoid all the questions regarding the killer.
What were you doing in Faerun?
Curiosity conquers his suspicions. You suck in a breath of relief, and visions consume you once more. A swarm of Githyanki dragon riders, silver blades held high, control panels melting, flesh pods spilled open. The corpse collapses, silent once more.
No, I'm not done!
You are done now.
Riddles, all of it, and nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat. No answers, no killer, and no damned weapon. The damned Drow was right. Can't let her get all that glory. Seems I ain't done with you. Report to the Drow. Minthara's the name. She's mounting an attack on that blasted grove. Tell her you'll join her.
Will I? I don't remember volunteering for any of that. Why do you think that I'm here to help you? I mean, I guess since we're just moving around this place without any problem, they assume that we are working for them or are on their side or anything, or are part of their cult. So I guess we can just continue with that. Can't you do your own dirty work? Consider it done. I guess for the time being we will continue to play along.
Praise the Absolute.
And another
It's a weapon.
inspiration for
Could they
Stereo.
be referring to the artifact?
If that's the case, we've got more problems than just the worms in our heads.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I gathered from this interrogation as well. They're looking for some kind of weapon. Of course, it doesn't help that the Mind Flayer didn't actually talk during this interrogation. Just gave us, like, images that are hard to interpret.
She is absolute.
Okay, I think now he's just, like, preaching. Not sure if this is anything we need to listen to.
From her barrel.
Okay, let's maybe just continue to look around. Yeah, that's one of the leaders we have to kill. Again, at some point we will do that, but for now I will continue to play along. Maybe we can talk to him again.
I should speak up.
Boss put you to work, huh?
Well, kinda.
Drow Ragzlin's a true soul. Oh, look at him, eh?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Boss!
Because it might turn you into a Mind Flayer at some point.
True soul, eh? You look as plain as a turnip to me.
I'm sorry. I look
I'll
fine.
do what he says. Ain't want to make the boss any madder than he already is.
I would like to try to talk to him again, though. Let's see if we can do that.
See what you needing now?
Goblins and Drow working together, but why? I'm in need of a healer. I don't think so. Yeah, why are you working together?
The Absolute's got room for everyone, long as you don't defy her. And nobody's that stupid. If the Absolute says to take orders from a Drow, then we toe the mark. No questions.
So the Absolute is very inclusive. How nice. Okay, but not really much to talk about here.
Honors you and slays her enemies.
We have some wooden supports around here. Again, this might be useful for a battle once it comes to that. For now, let's keep looking around a little bit. Yeah, what about these non-goblins around here? Let's talk to them as well.
That was intense. I wouldn't want to bump into that thing while it was still alive.
But goblins give you no pause, you really wouldn't. Yeah, you seem to have no problem working with goblins, huh?
Someone needs to keep an eye on these buggers. I don't make a habit of questioning the Absolute. Now quiet!
So basically what the hobgoblin said, people are working together because they are somehow scared of the Absolute. Let's talk to this guy as well.
I wouldn't dawdle if I were you. I doubt true soul Minthara has much patience left.
Right, we're supposed to talk to that person. Okay, we got another gate over here that we can't really open at the moment. Wow, look at that. Well, at some point I definitely want to get into that place. That's a bunch of pretty good stuff. But okay, it looks like we can't go anywhere else in this direction. Now, I mean, there was that one place we saw earlier with that one goblin in a cage. I'm not entirely sure how to get there, though. It might be in a different region of the temple. It's not actually in this area. But I think... Oh, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Let's talk to these guys.
This ain't the party, pal. We're working here.
What are you working on?
If I were you, I'd get me arse back to the party before somebody put me to work.
Right, the party is still going on outside, I presume.
If you're close enough to talk with me, then you're too damn close.
These goblins are all very hostile. Okay, let's see if we can talk to the guy in the cage.
Stop bothering me!
Can we talk to the caged guy? Why are you in a cage?
Praise his ever-bleeding axe. Praise his throne of flaming iron. Praise Maglobiet.
Who is that?
You know Maglobiet, a tyrannical deity who treats his goblinoid followers as slaves.
Trying to interrupt my prayers? Scared of a real god? You're as goomless as the rest of them.
So is this like the old god of the goblins and they gave up worship of that god in favor of the Absolute, and he's basically a heretic in their eyes because he's still following like the old religion? Is this what's going on here? How'd you land yourself in that cage? Pray to whoever you want, it's a free world. It is. Can't be any more insane than worshipping that Absolute. Gormless, I'm not the one behind bars. Maglobiet's a tyrant, your people are better off without him. I mean, the Absolute seems to be pretty much a tyrant as well, so I don't think it's gotten any better, so pray to whoever you want, it's a free world.
Oh, that's rich. A free world? Then how come I'm locked up like a bloody elf? I'll tell you why. 'Cause I'm loyal to Maglobiet.
I see, so that's basically what it is.
Turned by some upstart god.
Alright, I can respect that. You're loyal to your faith. That's fine with me. I assume you mean the absolute gods are fickle, Maglubiyet doesn't give a damn about you. I wouldn't know. The absolute, the other goblins seem to love her. Yeah, the other goblins are quite enraptured about the absolute.
They like feasting, fighting, and fornicating. Who doesn't? Absolute gives them that. Gotta know your place in the world, though. Maglubiot's kept us in line. That's what a god's supposed to do.
So are you saying that worshipping the absolute made the goblins like more aggressive? I mean, it kinda did, I presume, because they clearly feel emboldened by their new religion and think, oh, the absolute's on our side and now we can do whatever we want. Okay, but it doesn't look like I can do anything else here. I mean, it might be possible to free him somehow and then maybe he can help us fight the other goblins, but again, freeing him would probably turn the other goblins hostile, so we will maybe try to do this later. Anyway, what is going on here? Another red.
A longing for small spaces, stone walls hugging close, confining. There is a light here, in the tight space beneath the floor. Secret things that shine.
That is maybe something I should investigate. Secret things that shine. Can I find it from somewhere? I mean, it's rather vague. It doesn't really tell where to look for the shiny things.
With that kind of slander, I'll slice off their fingers and fry them for supper.
I just...
Boss Ragslin weren't lying when he said anyone could join the Absolute's ranks.
Yeah, clearly they think that I'm part of their tribe now because I'm walking around here unhindered.
Keep moving. Lest you're wanting a clubbing and drubbing.
Okay, doesn't look like these guys have anything interesting to say.
What have you?
You're either with the Absolute or against her. Ain't no in between.
I see. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else we can go from here? This seems to be a dead end. Even though there's like a lot of stuff going on here. But I think this is just back to where we already were, right? So I probably don't have to investigate this too much. Okay, so maybe we will go and look for the Drow now. And let's see what she has to say. Also, let's check out the ladder too. Well, this doesn't seem to go anywhere. There's a stool, but that's about it. It's not like a hidden door or something. I mean, there's no failed perception test or anything, so probably not. Alright. Now, there's a lot of things that I would like to do at some point. Free the heretic, free the spiders, but I'm really waiting for like the right time to do all of this. Yeah, this is where I have to go to find Halsin, and I'm guessing this over here is going to be the Drow, because that's like the third leader. Speak with Minthara. It even says so on my quest. Okay, I can actually take a look at that. There's some stuff here. Just not sure if I can take it without causing any aggression. No, it seems to be fine.
How about I start following you, eh? How'd you like that?
And something about scrying eyes. No, this is about the vampire. Yes, I have seen this before. The Curse of the Vampire, Scroll of Scrying Eye. Oh, it's all the way over here. Can I talk to the scrying eye itself? Apparently I can.
The eye's glassy black surface reflects your gaze. As you gaze deeper, you feel a focus.
Oh dear.
An intent.
Oh dear. Reach out to the present. Poke it. Give it a cheerful wave. I mean, this is so stupid. I kind of want to try it. Let's do that.
You sense no reaction from the unblinking eye.
Okay, apparently the scrying eye is not impressed with my foolish behavior.
Said there was something moving around out there. Something big.
It's not our concern.
Oh, there we go.
Is elsewhere. Prisoners lost a lot of blood, your ladyship. Still ain't talking.
Prisoner is probably Halsin, right? Yeah, it's time that we rescue that poor guy, because
Don't mind if I do.
he must be going through a lot of things here. But first, we will go and talk to Minthara.
Spike always makes him talk.
If he doesn't, cut out his tongue.
And
Don't have a tongue.
all of this is
He
off
can't
limits.
tell us nothing.
The prisoner can keep his tongue. It's spikes, I'll be.
Oh, suddenly the scrying eye is over here. It's wandering around. Anyway, let's talk. Night Warden Minthara.
Your scouting party has not returned, and half of the intruders escaped your guards.
Sorry, mistress. We mucked up.
Until their sanctuary is found, I will take something precious from you every hour that passes. A trinket, a tongue, a limb.
I ain't no use without my limbs. The lad'll make the prisoner squeal soon enough. I swear.
Silence now, creature, or I will silence you forever.
Well, isn't she a pleasant person?
As she turns to you, her thoughts mingle with yours.
There we
A
go.
cold hand caressing your brain. The chamber melts away to reveal a dark, endless nowhere. In it you see a vision. The Drow listens as a pale-eyed young woman whispers in her ear. One of those the voice spoke of. One of the chosen. The vision fades away.
A true soul? Praise be. Are you here to join my hunt?
Absolutely. At least that's what I'm going to tell you. I'm on a hunt of my own. I'm looking for a druid named Halsin. I'm not sure if I want to tell her that. A hunt, who's the target? I have my own business to take care of. How do you know I'm a true soul? Well, I guess the same way that I know that she is, because we are connected somehow. I'm on a hunt too, you're my prey again. That's not the option that I should take now, unless I want to start a fight. So let's just play dumb. Who's the target?
Worshippers of a false god.
Okay.
Their existence is an insult to the Absolute's claim on this region. There is a weapon the Absolute seeks. I'm sure those wretches have it hidden away there. We will find it amongst the dead and the ashes.
Her excitement is palpable. She lingers on thoughts of victory, of unbelievers' blood spilled, and of the weapon. She will seize it, in the Absolute's name.
The thief, whimpering in our dungeon, tried to flee to their sanctuary.
We will continue to remove parts of him until he tells us exactly where it is.
He's been resilient, but he'll talk.
She is seeking the grove you visited. Already you feel her mind closing around yours.
What do you mean you will continue to remove parts of him? Have you already removed parts of him? That wouldn't be good. The tieflings should be warned. Together you can outnumber her warband. Leading her to the tieflings might doom them, but it would earn you her trust. Yeah, but at what price? And why would I want her trust to begin with? Perhaps you can misdirect her or kill her. Okay. Can I misdirect her? or kill her. I mean, this is extremely vague as an option. What exactly am I going to do if I pick this option? What if I can't misdirect her? Will I then end up in a battle with her right here, right now? But I mean, the first option is definitely true. The tieflings should be warned, and maybe we can defend the grove from any sort of raid.
Speak, true soul. The hunt must begin soon.
I spoke to the prisoner. He told me everything. We don't need the prisoner. I already know the place you're looking for. My hunt ends here. You're my prey. Okay. I might be able to actually misdirect her. Maybe if I pretend that I already spoken to him, which I haven't, but whatever.
Tell me what you know. The Absolute will reward us with such power if we find this place.
Point to the location of the grove on her map. Deception. Place your finger on a patch of forest far from the grove. I mean, deception is not a good skill for me, but I guess it's worth a try, especially if my other option is to actually tell her the location of the grove. That's obviously not what I want to do. Alright, it's not a difficult skill check, so at least apparently she's easy to deceive and I have enough inspiration, so I feel confident that I can pull this off. Alright, that's more than enough.
Fool! You have fallen for his lies.
Okay, it's not quite as easy.
We know that area well. There is nothing hidden there. We will have to do this the hard way. Scour the area and hunt them down, then report back to me.
But maybe I have at least bought us some time here. Because now I can continue to look around and she's not going to attack just yet, I hope. But yeah, apparently that skill check was so easy for a reason, because it wasn't going to work even if you pass it.
Plenty of lashers, loads of hunters, and a few pariahs to carry the powder kegs.
These pariahs?
If you're here to help with the raid, talk to her ladyship. She's in charge.
So I noticed. Can I look at the war map? I mean, it's not off limit from what I can tell. Elegant pen strokes trace out a map of the local area. The goblin's den is indelibly marked in greenish ink. The word Chiantha waves across the bottom where the largest river flowed. 3 additional locations are annotated. Caravan Goblins is scrawled to the northwest of the camp. Tollhouse Gnolls mark the far north territory. Forest Supplies hovers over an arrow pointing to the forest just out of the camp's east. Beneath in small letters between the laurel. Okay, some of this might be useful information. Supplies in the forest. We have been to the Tollhouse. And we may have seen the caravan? I don't know, we found like some supplies on the road somewhere.
The village to the east. It's abandoned.
Looks that way. But scouts said they heard something moving around out there. Something big.
It's not our concern. Our prey is elsewhere.
Let's see if we can talk to her again.
Raiders are... I trust you have found the sanctuary. I hunger for battle.
Okay, I can just tell her the location of the sanctuary or not. The prisoner gave up his secrets. I don't think this is going to work again. Bad news, the prisoner escaped. Let me see your map. I'll show you where the grove is. How did the Drow come to be commanding the tribe of goblins? That's interesting. Yeah, how did this happen?
They are flocking to the Absolute. In sufficient numbers, they are an effective force. Expendable and willing.
Okay, so basically just because you can. Yeah, I'm not sure if trying to deceive her again is going to give me any good result. I mean, they can easily check if the prisoner is still there, so I don't think this is going to help me. So at the moment, I have nothing to report.
Then do as you were ordered.
Right. Okay, so,
Your ladyship, Spike always makes him talk.
If he doesn't, I'll cut out his tongue.
If he don't have a tongue, he can't tell us nothing.
That's a good point.
Can keep his tongue. It's Spike's I'll be removing.
Anyway, I guess that's all I can look at here, I mean, this seems to be just a chasm that I can't cross. So maybe now it's time to actually go and find Halsin, huh? He has been waiting long enough. And then we can decide what we want to do. I mean, maybe we can just free him, maybe we can just talk to him and then decide what to do. Maybe he's dead already. But yeah, at some point we probably have to start killing some of these goblins. But either way, I guess Halsin will have to wait for at least one more episode, because this one is getting a little bit too long for like another large part of this quest. So I guess we're going to make a cut here, and in the next episode we will check out the pens, and hopefully we will be able to find Halsin, and then we can decide how we want to proceed from there. But for the time being, let's call it a day. As always, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.